And we are back. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Hardcore Nuzlocke, the run continues. We are on our way to gym number 6 to take on Winona and her 4 flying type Pokemon. Let's do it. For our Petalburg City encounter, it is going to be the Marill, which is really good starting in Gen 6 since it has the Water Fairy typing. Let's secure it with the Pokeball and keep going. Our first encounter on Route 118 upon getting the Good Rod is going to be the Carvana here, which turns into the Sharpedo. Chuck the Ultra Ball and secure it. And for our Route 119 encounter, it is going to be a very special Pokemon here. It's not going to be the Magikarp, but something a little bit different. In the original games, this fish is really hard to find in this river, and it's only on like 6 or 7 select tiles that completely change depending on certain things in the game. But in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, if it's during nighttime, you just catch it near this rock. And if it's under the bridge during the day, you can catch it there. So it's so much easier to get. So we get the Feebas, secure it with the Ultra Ball, and watch out for a Milotic or Midlotic later on in the run. All right, next on the menu is going to be a fight against our rival May. She's only got 3 Pokemon at this point in the game, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but let's respect what she has to offer and answer her where she is. So we send out Taiga, our Plusle, doing an absolutely amazing job this run, and we are going to lean into the Volt Switch to set up for the next Pokemon, and it actually one-shots the Slugma, so 1 down, 2 to go, and now we get a very clean swap into whoever May decides to send out next. So I think she has a Wailmer and her ace, which is Grovyle, I believe. So there is the Grovyle, and we answer with Akashi, the Breloom, also contending for MVP status in this run. And since it's grass versus grass, we're going to lean into the fighting type Force Palm here and see if we can do massive damage, potentially get a paralysis. We eat the slam, no problem. Force Palm comes down on top of Rocky Helmet Chip, and Grovyle is absolutely deleted, and that just leaves the Wailmer here. He's floating, he's flying in the rain, but will it be enough to save her? I don't think so, as Mega Drain chunks her to half HP. She gets the Water Pulse off, double damage in the rain. Does it get the confusion? It absolutely does not. Akashi drops back with yet another Mega Drain and finishes the job. May is defeated, and I do believe that might leave one first encounter and the gym battle against Winona. Let's do it. All right, for our Route 120 encounter, it is going to be the Gloom. He's just chilling. He does not look impressed. He does not look happy about it, but I do believe he's going to bargain with us and hop in the Ultra Ball there for yet another first encounter. All right, so I have gotten all of the first encounters prior to gym number 6. We've cleared out the entire gym, and now we are just looking for that level 35 level cap. That's right, you heard it, level 35. So we're going against this Pokemon Ranger here. We lay down the Force Palm. It's a mirror match, and Breloom uses counter and one-shots Akashi, who is potentially our MVP so far in this run, just has been doing so much work, and I did not expect that at all. That goes up there with the Wobbuffets and maybe even the Hitmontops, the Pokemon that you usually expect a counter from. But add that to the list. That is now our 3rd casualty, and that one probably hurts the most out of all of them, since Breloom honestly was just doing so well in this run. Fighting Grass is a super fun typing as well. So a tough loss there. And now let's go avenge Akashi in the gym against Winona. Let's do it. All right, it is time for gym number 6 with Winona and her 4 flying type Pokemon. Really good stuff here. We've got the little baby Pikachu Plusle. We had mine in our last run with Omega Ruby, and now we are rocking little Plusle. And I used to trash these little guys, but I am really digging the, oh, there we go. Really digging them after using them more and more. I just like any Pikachu clone basically at this point. I have not been able to use Denende, I can't even say it, the fairy typing, and both times I've tried to play X and Y with a Hardcore Nuzlocke, I was unable to get that first encounter, unfortunately, but I really enjoy that one. It looks like a nice combination of Pikachu and Raichu. So team is looking good. I unfortunately did lose Breloom right before the gym, which is just brutal. So 3 losses so far. Wish it could be less, but still the team is really coming together, and I don't know if this is going to be a sweep, but I think this is going to be pretty clean, barring the Altaria. It doesn't have Dragon Dance, which is nice, but it does have Dragon Breath as well as Earthquake. So still formidable, still a challenge here. And yeah, I think we'll just keep the Volt Switches coming. And I think Crobat's actually going to be the one we decide to use against Winona's Altaria. So right here, we chuck out our little Plusle here, Taiga, and we're probably going to have to eat something from the Swellow unless it cheeses a double team. But I think we just take it down with the Discharge, and then I'm pretty confident that Altaria will come out next. So let's see here. Double team comes down. If Taiga can land this, that would be spectacular. It'd be a great way to start this battle. Taiga misses the double team. Really tough stuff, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get this second one. It does go for a second double team. Getting greedy here. You got to respect that. We do have Swift if we need to chip down Swellow, but I'm going to go all in one more time on the Discharge. It goes for a quick attack. It's going to do a little bit of chip damage. That was not a critical, unfortunately. Stab, quick attack, but we do land the third Discharge, and Taiga takes down Swellow. Really good stuff there. We will take that, absolutely. And now Altaria comes down. All right, little Plusle here is super fast, so we should be able to get the Volt Switch off before Altaria goes. Now, for some reason, Altaria is faster. I have completely misplayed, but let's go ahead and foresee the Earthquake here. Taiga getting in there, giving Altaria a hug, and very nice chip damage, and now it's going to be an easier 1v1 for the Crobat. Since that is our only flying type on the team, we're going to really lean in heavily on Kagami here. Okay, beautiful pivot, dodging the Earthquake, and we can go for Poison, Fang. Acrobatics is actually going to do half because I did give Crobat an item. And we could go for Fly. Stab Fly is really good. How about we do one Poison Fang into a Stab Fly? I think that will finish off the Altaria. Ooh, that was a critical hit. Okay. Dragon Breath comes down. We did prepare a berry in case this gets the paralysis. It does not. And as I click Fly, I realize that Altaria has Roost. And she might just cheese it. Unfortunate. I should have rolled either another Poison Fang to get that nasty poison, or a Confuse Ray to kind of hamper Altaria's ability to heal back up like that. That does do good damage. Unfortunately, the Cotton Guard comes down, and Crobat is operating on only physical moves, which is really unfortunate. So we're going to get the Confuse Ray, see if we can stop Altaria from getting that defense up, as well as hurting us. Just completely checked out there, and the Roost comes down. So the positive to this is if Altaria does get another defense buff, I might just pivot into Plusle, since it will be a safe swap because Altaria is not going to use Earthquake. But my gosh, that defense is so high now. We do no damage whatsoever, and it gets off another Dragon Breath, and this one probably will get the paralysis. Unfortunately, it does not, though. That is good. We are just outside of crit range. And honestly, with the Fly, because it's a bad poison, that is basically a toxic poison, because Poison Fang is a weak move, but it makes up for it with how bad the poison is. And so we have the Confusion on top of the toxic poison ticking away, and I like the Fly, how that lets poison essentially tick twice here. Now it's probably going to break out of Confusion here, which is a little bit tipsy. Okay, there's the Snap Out, and there's another Dragon Breath, and I do believe Crobat is done. I don't think we can stay, and we are now dead to a critical hit. Dragon Breath, and honestly, that's not the worst, because I think Winona is going to take this turn to heal. So I think, okay, little bit interesting here. Earthquake kills, Earthquake kills, Earthquake kills. So I could go for a neutral pivot, but Earthquake's still going to do a lot. So I'm actually really banking on this poison doing all of the heavy lifting. And this is all assuming Winona does heal the Altaria. Okay, there is the Hyper Potion. Now, thankfully, it's not a full restore, so the poison is still going to be ticking away. And we're just going to do another Volt Switch on top of 2 ticks of poison, and I do believe that will do the trick. So Taiga comes in for yet another Volt Switch into the Altaria, chunking it right down. A critical hit. That's right, it's not super effective because the Dragon typing. It makes it neutral, but the crit might be the difference. And I do believe we check out Kagami again, even though Kagami's in range of a critical hit, but we're assuming the Earthquake, and we do predict it. Thankfully, does the poison do the job? It absolutely does. So a really tough fight there, but we managed to make it through. That is Winona's ace, and now the Skarmory comes down and is probably going to go for an aerial ace or air cutter. And I think we can just pivot back into Taiga, who can tank both of those. Even if it crits, I think we can tank this and do just massive damage to the Skarmory with our electric type moves. And it's actually Steel Wing, and I think that's neutral. So a better decision. Nope, that's also not very effective. Okay. So all three of Skarmory moves are not very effective. Skarmory is much higher on the physical defense instead of special. So we lean into the discharge here. I think we're okay. I think we are okay, but we do have to play around the sturdy. I'm just kidding. Skarmory does not have sturdy. It must have the other ability. I'm not sure what the second one is that Skarmory gets, but it doesn't have sturdy. We don't have to worry about it. And now we have the final Pokemon, Pelipper, and it's probably going to choose a Protect, which is fine. And I think we just go for the 4 times discharge. Absolutely. So there's the Protect. Going to speed through that. Beautiful. Taiga uses discharge. Can't do it because of the Protect. And the Pelipper does not go for the 2 Protect cheese. We fade away with a discharge 4 times. Super effective with another critical hit. Plusle really feeling it in this fight. And yeah, paying homage to Minun, the little buddy there, and really good stuff. I love all things Pikachu. Really good. Winona goes down, and that leaves the 7th and 8th gym battles. This run is going really well. We've only lost 3 Pokemon. All of them very unfortunate circumstances. Again, the Wingull unfortunately died to basically a hidden Thunder Punch. I didn't see it coming. Then Numel got chucked out there and got one-shot crit by a Kecleon Slash, which is just hilarious and unfortunate. And then the Breloom against Breloom gets countered. So really tough stuff there, but we are making it through. And yeah, let's keep it going. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.